Every time I meet a selling agent for the first time, I ask them questions I already know the answer to. Not because I'm trying to catch them out, I'm trying to work out how much weight I should put on the information they are giving me. Because remember, the selling agent works for the vendor, not for you. That doesn't mean they're dishonest, but it does mean you shouldn't accept everything at face value. Here's an example of how I do it. One of my clients found a property online that they absolutely loved and wanted to make an offer. Before I even went to the open home, I did some homework. I found out the vendors recently bought another property for more than $2 million in a premium suburb, while their current home was on the market for around $1.4 million. Straight away, I had a working theory. This looks like an owner-occupier upgrading, not an investor offloading stock. They also managed to buy a $2 million home before selling, which to me, they were unlikely to be under immediate financial pressure. And if they did want to sell quickly, I want to know why. Were they using bridging finance? Did they have a specific settlement deadline? Those details can completely change the negotiation. One thing about a property, the home featured rock wall panels throughout. It was expensive material, but it wasn't everyone's taste. So I asked the agent why the vendor had chosen that design. She explained they bought the property in 2020 as a partially finished renovation. Half of the paneling had been installed and the remaining materials were left behind, so they simply finished what has already been started. Later that day, I pulled up the 2020 listing photos, exactly as she described. I also asked why the vendor was selling. She said they'd lived there for 5 years and had recently upgraded to another home. Again, it matched my own findings. One conversation doesn't establish trust, consistency does. The more her answers matched what I'd already verified, the more confidence I had in the information she was giving me. I see buyers making two mistakes. Some believes everything a selling agent says, others assume everything was a lie. Neither approach works. Good negotiators calibrate their level of trust. They verify what they can, ask questions that reveals useful information, and then decide how much confidence to place in the answers. Another important skill is to ask better questions. For example, don't ask, does the vendor desperately need to sell? A good agent will dodge that or give you nothing. Instead, ask, are the vendors okay with a 90-day settlement? If they're happy with a 90-day settlement, you know it's hard to push them on price by offering a quick settlement. You need to come in from a different angle. That's the difference between asking questions and asking useful questions. The goal isn't to catch the agent out. It's to understand the situation well enough to negotiate with confidence. Know better, do better.